Welcome back to Python. We're going to do part 2 of module 3. I didn't tell you up front, but this is a two-part module. You may have heard me going on a little bit at the end of the last video about how I wanted you to print the names of the assignments instead of the actual grade, and I backtracked a little bit on that with the actual Dropbox contents don't require that. But this one, I do want that. So what I'm going to provide you in this one is we're going to use the student object that you've made in module 3, except we're going to dynamically populate the student objects that you're going to create with this file that I'm going to send to you. It's called a Csv file. It stands for comma separated values. So the first row in a CSV are always the names of the columns. So we have the name of the student, intro, logic, loops, and OOD, which stands for Object-Oriented Design. So we have 4 students here, Billy, Cynthia, Danny, and Elise. Their grades do not reflect the performance of somebody named these names or the gender of the student. They're just arbitrary numbers I assigned. So we're going to do the same thing, except this time there might be a little bit of a wrench in your system. There's sometimes 2 high scores per student, sometimes 2 low scores. Let me go ahead and adjust this so there's 2 low scores. 2 low scores for a student. So I want you to print out both of the scores that match for the highest value. This is how you read in a CSV file with Python. I'm going to provide this code to you. So essentially you're just going to read in the CSV for every row in your CSV Reader, which is the file handle to the csv.reader function. Whenever we say open, so with this open is just hey file.open essentially, and I want this object that it opens to be named CSV file. So then we're going to make a CSV Reader, which is a csv.reader, and we pass it the file handle of the CSV file. And that's all we're doing here. And then we iterate through every row in our CSV Reader, and all I'm doing is I'm printing it out in comma separated format. So if I were to just print out the row instead, it would be an array. And I'm going to show that. So here, I'm going to run the script so we see the array that is the values, and then we iterate through the values and just print them out, comma separated. And that's pretty much all you're going to have to do. Make 4 dynamic student objects from this CSV, and then take their grades, pass their grades into your student constructor, and then you're going to exercise all of the previous functions. For every student, I want you to print out their average score, followed by the assignment that they get the highest grade on and the assignment that they get the lowest grade on. And that's pretty much it for all of module 3.